Good morning, everybody, or afternoon, as the case may be. I'm hoping y'all can hear me on this. So I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties today in getting things going. So I was trying to go live from YouTube, but that's out of my comfort. That's a little too far out of my comfort zone. Oh, and people are here. Of course, as soon as I start to go live, everybody's going to show up. That's okay. I just want to go over real quick with how we create our labels. So I'm going to share everything here on my screen, so it might kind of do some freaky deaky things. Come here. Okay. So we purchase online labels from onlinelabels.com, and we use their Maestro label maker. For us, that is just easier to have everything convenient. I already. Hi, das ist sprechen Sie nein. I'm live. Can you shut the door or shut them up? It's easier for me to use because it keeps everything on the cloud for me. And anytime that I have somebody that is selling for me or is creating soaps for me, we use this so that everybody has access to it. So what I'm doing right now is I like to save everything as templates. That makes it easier for me to be able to come in Mediterranean sea salt. Oops, slat. Okay, so like you can see, I just already have it already set up. I can just come in, I can open it up. I make batch logs for every single soap that I have. If you are new to soaping, I highly recommend, this is what I was trying to get to, is in our event that we have on Facebook, I have 3 books that I recommend to everybody. And the number one being is Soap and Cosmetic Label Marie Gale. She is the premier person to go to if you've got questions. She's got a blog, a website. Sometimes you'll find her in soaping groups because she does like to do that. She does stay on top of the current industry standards and any changes that the FDA has put out. I also recommend good manufacturing practices for soap and cosmetic handcrafters. And the reason that is if for some reason you ever get audited, or the FDA gets, somebody complains and the FDA or your local agency, health agency gets called in, they're going to want to see the exact recipe that you used that day for the whatever product that got the complaint on. It wants to they also want to make sure that you are manufacturing safely and with cleanliness standards. I have animals in my home, so when we soap, either the animals get put up, or I have a room just for soaping that the animals aren't allowed in. Same way when we're making any of our cosmetic balm products. Cletus has his spot to lay down in, Wicked has his spot to lay down in, so that we're not getting their fur into the product. Or I outsource to people. Once I show them how to make it, then they'll make it for me. I provide them the ingredients and everything. If you're into natural colorants, you don't want to use micas in your soaps, I highly recommend Candor Churchwell's book, the Natural Soap Color Palette. It answers a lot of questions that you may ever have or want or need. My 4th recommended book is The Scientific Soap Maker. He goes into a lot of great detail about how soap is actually made, what's the process behind it. So you saw that I already had my template for the back, and I'm going to save it because I've changed it. So I'm going to save that design. I'm also going to export this design right away so I don't forget. So the biggest thing, like I kind of wanted to point out here real quick before I jump off of this page, when you are listing your ingredients, you can list them one of 2 ways. Either they are all the ingredients going into the pot or all the ingredients coming out of the pot. So if you are saying that you're using olive oil, water, and sodium hydroxide to make your product, that's what it needs to be on your label. If you put that it is olivate, sodium olivate, you have just listed an ingredient that comes out of the pot. Same way with sodium lardate, your palmates and everything else. Your oils and your lye come together. They make extra, they make good stuff. So, please don't try to deceive your customers by mixing the ingredients. Either everything that goes in the pot, if you're using palm oil, you're using lard, however you want to describe it on your website or your Facebook page so that you let people know that it was ethically sourced or whatever it is in line with your branding, do that there. But if you are, listing that you have olive oil, shea butter, palm oil, lard, whatever it is that you're putting into the pot, you need to list all of your ingredients the same way. If you even list one ingredient as it comes out of the pot, then you need to list all of your ingredients as they come out of the pot. So that is a choice that you want to make, because you can get dinged by the FDA from it. Sorry, that's just, unless you're taking melting down pre-made soap, that you've already made with your sodium lardate, you're putting lard into your soap. So you need to let your customers know that may be asking for a vegan soap. So this, like I said, I have templated for the back. Let me come here and I'm going to show you how I have it for the front. I also have it templated. All of our soaps are very similar in size, so that makes it easier for us. I like that. So, and I do the Castile. Let's do oops, that's going to be too big. So we're just going to call this traditional Castile, because that's pretty much what it is. It's more than 90% olive oil. Oops, let's see here. I can go down 2 on that and still be in my guidelines. So I am going to change this one here. When you are looking for graphics to use on your labels, if it's not something that you drew yourself, I want you to pay very close attention to this, that it needs to be free to modify, share, and use commercially. That protects yourself from any copyright infringements. You can use, if it's a clip art that's available in Maestro or in any of the Microsoft Suite products, you can use it on your labels. But if it is somebody else's work, you need to make sure that they have labeled it as free to use by everybody else. Let's see here. I think I already saved what I was going to use. So I'm going to come over here to images. I'm going to upload a new image. Castile, Crown of Castile. So because I have 2 different types of Castile soaps, I want to kind of differentiate what the labels look like outside of just, oh, hey, yeah, it's traditional Castile or it's our inspired Castile. I made sure I found different icons to be used. And I can see that I already need to move this back. Let's move it back again until my Castile shows up. So that is how we do it. It makes it nice, quick, and easy. Anybody can access them from anywhere that has our account information, which is very beneficial to us as we learned with 2020 that, you don't always get to go to the office to work anymore. So thank you for stopping by, and we hope to see you a little bit later for some of our other